Well, my throat feels better now, so that's good.
You oversold.
Yeah.
What?
You oversold that saying that it's gonna be terrible. It's not.
Maybe it's because it's not first thing in the morning.
Maybe my taste is just so fucked
Maybe
up.
you've just like...
Edison's been drinking a lot.
Yes, I have.
Not my fault.
It's Victoria's fault.
Not his
Throwing liquor stores in his way every block we went. It's like,
It was-
Edison.
It's tempting me. It's
It
like
was, yeah.
it's like, oh, there's a liquor store. There's another liquor store. Oh, there's a microbrewery. There's another one. There's another one.
What the fuck, Victoria?
Yeah, there's more
Like
breweries.
Oh yeah, we
There
went
are
to Victoria.
Per capita, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a Victoria trip. Yeah.
Yeah, went to Victoria.
That was great.
Went on a haunted tour, which
I
was
love
good.
Ghost
That
walk.
was awesome. I really liked that.
Yeah.
So you would not believe how many burial grounds shit was built on there. I'm pretty sure the whole island's a burial ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
It's almost like I was almost expecting to do that line from South Park with like the Pet Cemetery episode.
oh
Where,
yeah.
like the guy's like, yeah, there's an old Indian burial ground underneath my pet store, and they're like, oh my god, you built right on top of it. He's like, oh yeah, no. First I dug up the bodies, pissed on them, and buried them upside down.
So that when they rise, it actually has more dirt,
Yeah, exactly.
which actually makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting him to say that because like it really sounded like the people who settled in Victoria were just like, yeah, fuck people who live here.
Well,
really
most of
didn't
them
give a
were.
shit.
Not really.
Most
no.
of them were kind of like us. I go, fuck people out. It's like, yeah, let's do this. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just don't let Chinese people find out because they get really touchy about it.
Well, yeah, we talked about that during the UBC episode, the live cast.
I know. They're very, let's say, tempestuous, and they're very easily irritated by dead things.
Oh yeah. Well,
Other than animals.
that's why I never tell my landlords that I've got human remains like with me all the time.
You're just carrying a skeleton around
Well,
inside.
That's what that box is.
Oh.
Human remains.
That's Grandpa.
Oh!
Grandpa's there?
Right next to the record player.
Oh.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
I thought that was like an old school music box or something.
No. That's my dead grandpa.
Oh.
Anyway.
Hello, Grandpa
Yeah, you'd
Tony.
be surprised at how many like
Dead things.
leftovers of dead things are kicking around in here.
I recall.
I didn't kill them.
Yeah.
They probably got humanely
Dispatched.
thinged.
Just something about just since we're talking on the topic of like ashes and like dead people and
Yeah.
stuff. Do you know how there's actually a holiday in China where like that's the specific day you
Oh
actually,
yeah, the tomb cleaning day, right?
something like
Yeah.
that. And then I remember like recalling this joke. It's like if I ever die, I want you to actually put my ashes behind the TV, so that. So that like you don't need to like go all the way to like the freaking tombs and sort of like I need to go I need to go see Grandpa today, but then there's the traffic and everything. No, you just wave towards your TV and say hi Grandpa, see you Grandpa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that or the dust on your keyboard?
Scatter you inside of a keyboard.
It's just like the dust around the keyboard or like on the mouse, that sort of just sticks
When
there.
you're like,
Yeah.
when you're really into WoW.
Yeah.
It just sticks there.
Yeah.
Like,
Actually, that'd be kind of cool because, like, in World of Warcraft, like, certain people who have died around the
They get
game,
memorial.
they get memorialized in the game. Yeah, like Robin Williams, they put him in there
Yeah.
Yeah.
after he passed away. There's
Yeah.
like a kid who did the whole Make-A-Wish thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abe.
Yeah, and then the one of the workers that actually had like a tomb in like the orc territory.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then there was another guy.
The quest line.
The quest line, yeah, for Bride and Brad. Yeah,
Yeah, the Bride and Bride.
Yeah,
That was
it
really cool.
Yeah, Brad Breidenberg, his brother, or the brother of one of the guys who worked at Blizzard, passed away due to cancer, and you do this like quest as like for this dying paladin,
Yeah.
and he's like dying of the plague or something like that.
And you bring him like through all these holy people or like dragons that
To try and bring him back.
try to bring him back, and then they're like, no, we can't do anything for him and all that stuff.
And they're like really sorry, but then one of the Naru, who are like these big like beings of light, kind of like angels or whatever, comes down and they're like, well, there is nothing that we can do because you appeal to them because they're like the holiest power, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And while there is nothing we can do, we can make sure that his afterlife is a happy one, and it takes him away. And like, you do that quest and it's like, oh wow, that's really poignant, right?
Yeah.
And then you find out that it's actually to do with this guy's brother who died due to cancer. And you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Get all weepy.
Oh man, that's the sads and those kind of bleak leading up to that point.
Yeah,
it is.
Well, it
Nice,
really mirrors the
good.
whole battle with
Yeah.
that disease, right? So
Yeah, and then
pretty cool.
Yeah, fucking Halloween.
Yeah.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh, Headless Horseman. That's like sort of
Yeah.
like a Halloween folklore, I would say.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah, definitely.
Ichabod Crane.
Yeah, especially since he's like usually uses a pumpkin or jack-o'-lantern
Yeah.
as his
Yeah.
head replacement.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That was really cool. And what was the original tale? Was it like I think it was like a Celtic thing?
Oh, I'm loading it up right
he
now.
was a
Don't
Germanic
you worry.
soldier, I think.
Really?
And
Okay.
he got his head cut off in the Civil War or something like that, or some kind of... Yeah, I think it was
Isn't
one of
that
the
almost-
American Wars.
Isn't that
So
almost like a
there's a
Dullahan as
couple.
Dullahan. Yeah.
It's like another like countries or like another like culture group's depiction of a Dullahan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost like a golem sort of a thing.
There's
but
actually
from a corpse.
three folklores
Really?
behind the Headless Horseman.
Oh.
So, in Celtic folklore, the Irish Dullahan,
Yeah. Dullahan.
or Dark Man, is a headless fairy, usually riding a black horse and carrying his head under his inner lower thigh, or holding it high to see at great distance. He wields a whip made from a human corpse's spine, which is fucking metal.
So many.
When the Dullahan stops riding, a death occurs. The Dullahan calls out a name, at which point the named person immediately dies. Kind of Death Note style, but without the stupid writing.
And the anime thing.
And without the animu. In another version, he is the headless driver of a black carriage, a similar figure, the Gan Kane. I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Savan or something like that. Without a head. Yeah, it basically Ganceann.
Ganceann.
There's a space after the N in this. Either way, it means without a head. It can be frightened away by wearing a gold object or putting one in his path. Prominent Scottish tale of the Headless Horseman concerns a man named Ewan, decapitated in a clan battle at Glen Kinnear on the Isle of Mull. The battle denied him any chance to be a chieftain. Both he and his horse are headless in accounts of this haunting. So, Sir Gawain and the Green Knight is a Middle English poem that involves a decapitation myth. So, in German folklore, the legends of the Brothers Grimm recount two German folktales of a headless horseman being spotted with their own eyes. One is set near Dresden in Saxony. In this tale, a woman, not a Dresden doll, but a man of honor, pretty cool. A woman from Dresden goes out early one Sunday morning to gather acorns in the forest, as you do, at a place called the Lost Waters. She hears a hunting horn, and when she hears it again, she turns around and she sees a headless man in a long gray coat sitting on a gray horse. In another German tale set in Brunswick in Lower Saxony, a headless horseman called the Wild Huntsman blows a horn to warn hunters not to ride the next day because they will meet with an accident. In some German versions of the Headless Horseman, he seeks out the perpetrators of capital crimes. In other, he has a pack of black hounds with tongues of fire.
Cool. Metal.
So the last one is the American folklore, which we all know from the Disney movie.
Yeah.
And also the Tim Burton movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
It sounds like the Tim Burton one's like a little bit of a mix mash of all of those, which is kind of
So how does he blow the horn when he doesn't have a head?
he
uses
shoves
powers.
it in his esophagus hole.
His larynx?
Puts in what?
And he uses his undead gas.
How else will he speak
Yeah.
too? He just fuck it. It's
Projection.
Yeah, you don't. Maybe you just hear the horn, but you don't see one, so you don't know if that's a horn.
That's right.
Who must be farting?
Could be a bum horn.
A bum horn? Okay.
Bum horn. So the American folklore, the Headless Horseman is a fictional character from the short story Legend of Sleepy Hollow by American author Washington Irving. The story from Irving's collection of short stories entitled The Sketchbook of Geoffrey Cannon, Gent, has worked itself into known American folklore and legend through literature and film. The legend of the Headless Horseman begins in Sleepy Hollow, New York, during the American Revolutionary War. The traditional folklore holds that the horseman was a Hessian artilleryman who was killed during the Battle of White Plains in 1776. He was decapitated by an American cannonball, and the shattered remains of his head were left on the battlefield, while his comrades hastily carried his body away. Eventually, they buried him in the graveyard of the Old Dutch Church in Sleepy Hollow, from which each Halloween night he rises as a malevolent ghost, furiously seeking his lost head. Also, sometimes pumpkins or whatever.
Yeah.
Pumpkins or some shit. I don't fucking know.